Mr. Osuntokun, it's a big question here. And the comparison will be made. You've worked with former President Olusegun Obasanjo. You are a spokesperson to the Atiku Presidential Campaign Council right now. And the comparison will be made with this present administration, what it has done, and what Atiku Abubakar can bring to the table. The big question is that when Olusegun Obasanjo's name is put in the fray, in all of this, what does it mean for an average Nigerian in terms of their choice of the integrity of the persons that are in the ballot? It looks... Okay,
I don't hear all the latter part of what you are saying.
Okay, so...
But let me assume that the rest of what you are saying, I mean, you want me to... Look, there is a more credible witness as to the fitness of President Buhari more than the witness of President Obasanjo, and that is the wife of the president. If your own wife, the wife of the president, first lady, who lives under the same roof, in the same room with your husband who is the president, and she came out to say that her husband was not in charge of his government, that he is held in bondage by two people, what else can anybody add to that? I mean, I don't know, you keep on happening, or you don't need Obasanjo, you don't need anybody again to say any other thing. That the president of this country, this person who was supposedly elected to govern, is actually not the person governing, according to the testimony of the person who should know. So this is consistent with the kind of mirage, with the sham, that we have known everything about this government. The gap between what they say and reality.
So, Mr. Osuntokun,
I challenge you to tell me one credible organization.
Mr. Osuntokun, I want to put it to you
that has commended this government
just a moment,
on the so-called fight against corruption.
Mr. Osuntokun, in the words of the former
president, if you can... Excuse me, please.
Just a moment.
This is why I don't like you. Keep on interrupting.
Mr. Osuntokun, hold on. This is a conversation. And look, if you can put facts and evidence to what former President Olusegun Obasanjo said, issues of lack of focus, is this government nepotic?
Of course. I can't hear what you are saying, please. I can't hear what you are saying.
All right, Mr. Osuntokun,
I can't hear what you are
I understand your frustration about the communications, but the questions are, if you can give evidence to some of the things said here, that this government is corrupt, the denial of focus, the issues of brazen impunity, are these things present in this government?
Okay, yes, I can hear you now. Okay, that's okay. Okay, look, I will respond to the parts that I had. I don't know, I had some part of the question. You want me to support the allegation of nepotism, corruption, and that was precisely what I was going to do. There is not one credible, non-partisan organization, international organization, that has the duty, that is internationally recognized and reputed in making judgment, that has commended the so-called anti-corruption fight of this government. From Transparency International, to Carnegie Foundation, to the World Bank, to the United States Annual Report, to Mo Ibrahim Index, there is not one single one that has not remarked that corruption has gotten worse under the stewardship of this government. It is only from this government and its partisan supporters that you hear the contrary. So what else can anybody add to that? Are they all partisanly opposed to government? Were they not the ones giving assessment of other governments before this government came into office? All of a sudden you started, and then you hear them talking about 16 years. Okay, 16. If you are even saying 16 years of PDP has not been well, these past 3 years has been worse. So it's baffling the way the people, the way they go about, making their point.
Mr. Saleh,
total lack of credibility.
Let me come to Mr. Saleh.
I just mentioned the fact now.
All right, sorry, let me come to Mr. Saleh. some of these issues raised here, are they true at all? Is this government nepotic? Is this government corrupt? Is there impunity in this government? Is there a denial of some of the obvious things said by the former President Obasanjo? Are these true?
Well, even in the United States of America, there's corruption. And I won't say there's no corruption in this government. In every government around the world, there is corruption. But the level of corruption, everybody knows the level of corruption has reduced drastically. That's why you hear the elites and these people that have been stealing from Nigeria for years have been complaining and crying because there's no free money, no free food for them. Talking about Transparency International and other organizations, there are many organizations that have talked positively about the anti-corruption fight. But you should go to the streets and ask the people on the street and know that corruption has reduced. If the TSA alone has reduced corruption, how much has been gotten back from EFCC? Over 480-something billion. But the former regime in their 4 years, there's only 2 billion that was gotten back. So nobody will tell you that corruption is not being fought. Yes, there is corruption in this government, but definitely corruption has reduced drastically. The issue of nepotism, the issue of incompetence, everybody will say what he wants to say, but the issue of nepotism is something that has always been part of Nigeria. Everybody will complain that, this person has given so person. The issue is that are those persons that were given, are they not Nigerians, or they're not performing? If they're not performing, that's another thing. It's not about the religion or the tribe or where they come from. Yes, there's some appointments that are questionable, but the same thing has happened in previous government. I remember going through the transition report. There was one state in the southeast that had 16 appointments, federal appointments, and my state, Jigawa, only had 3. So it was under the why were people didn't complain then?
We need to go now. We need to go now.
The issue of
we need to go now, Mr. Saleh.
Okay.
And Mr. Osuntokun, in 10 seconds, your final words. In 10 seconds, please, your final words.
You see, my final words are that, look, this country has been seriously politically mismanaged, in the past 3 years. And there is no way you can have the depth of the political mismanagement that we have had, the nepotism that we have spoken about, that have divided the country, that have set people apart, that you can get anything done. And as I said, look, there's something you call divine providence that bears greater witness than love. How will you, look, after what the First Lady has said, what in fact can anybody add to it? It's a reinforcement of all the criticism of this government. So that is what there's nothing to be added to that.
All right, Mr. Osuntokun, we must leave it at that. I must sincerely thank you, Mr. Akin Osuntokun, a former presidential advisor and spokesperson to the PDP Presidential Campaign Council, and Mr. Baffa Saleh, a member of the APC. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the show tonight. Well, that's our show tonight, everyone. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye-bye.